Welcome to JM Playground, your ultimate source for wrestling news, rumors, and analysis. Today, we're diving into a controversial topic. The downfall of AEW begins. Has All Elite Wrestling reached its peak? Are cracks starting to show? Let's break it all down.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Before we talk about AEW's decline, let's acknowledge how they changed the wrestling landscape. Back in 2019, AEW was a breath of fresh air. They gave fans an alternative to WWE, bringing in stars like Chris Jericho, Jon Moxley, and Kenny Omega, while promoting fresh talent like MJF and Darby Allin. For a while, it seemed like AEW was unstoppable. But the cracks are starting to show. Here are some reasons why the downfall of AEW may have begun. From CM Punk's infamous Brawl Out incident to continuous locker room unrest, backstage drama has overshadowed the product. Fans want wrestling, not backstage controversies. AEW's roster is bloated with underutilized talent. Many stars who jumped ship from WWE have been lost in the shuffle. Big names like Miro and Thunder Rosa barely get the spotlight they deserve. AEW's storytelling has been hit or miss. While some feuds like MJF versus Adam Cole have been fantastic, others are directionless. The lack of coherent storylines turns casual viewers away. AEW has developed a habit of signing every big name released by WWE, often at the expense of their homegrown talent. Wrestlers like MJF, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara have seen reduced focus because the spotlight has shifted to WWE imports. This strategy makes AEW feel like a dumping ground for WWE's leftovers rather than a promotion with its own identity. One of the major criticisms of AEW is the sheer number of championships, from the AEW World Championship and the TNT title to the ROH titles, FTW Championship, and the introduction of Trios Championships. There's simply too much gold to go around. Instead of feeling prestigious, these belts dilute the product, making it harder for fans to keep track of who's important. AEW has struggled to maintain viewership, especially against WWE's premium programming. Dynamite and Rampage ratings are no longer the powerhouse numbers they once were. One of the biggest blows to AEW has been the departure of CM Punk. After being involved in multiple backstage altercations, including the infamous Brawl Out and the Fallout at All in 2023, Punk was let go from the company. Punk's presence brought legitimacy and star power to AEW, and losing him not only created a void in the roster, but also alienated a portion of the fan base who tuned in specifically to watch him. AEW often takes unnecessary shots at WWE, and this has started to feel desperate. Whether it's MJF referencing Vince McMahon or Tony Khan making comparisons to WWE during media appearances, these mentions make AEW seem insecure and overly obsessed with their competition. Instead of focusing on establishing their own identity, AEW comes across as trying too hard to prove a point to WWE, which diminishes their credibility. AEW risks creating the same problem that WWE is infamous for: burying talent. Ricochet, for instance, was let go by WWE due to a lack of fan investment and poor booking. If AEW picks him up without properly integrating him into meaningful storylines, he'll likely suffer the same fate as other underutilized stars on their roster. Malachi Black, formerly Aleister Black in WWE, is a prime example. Once hyped as a game-changer in AEW, Black has seen his potential squandered in unfocused storytelling. AEW needs to focus on maximizing the value of their signees instead of simply acquiring names. The big question is, how long can AEW keep going? While they still have loyal fans, the business side is becoming concerning. Tony Khan's family wealth can only sustain losses for so long. If AEW continues to lose viewership and fails to sell out arenas, their longevity will be in jeopardy. Is there hope for AEW? Absolutely. Here's what they need to do. 1. Focus on storytelling. Long-term feuds with emotional investment are the key to keeping fans hooked. 2. Trim the roster. Prioritize quality over quantity. AEW needs to make tough decisions about who stays and who goes. 3. Improve backstage culture. Tony Khan must establish clear leadership to prevent further chaos. If AEW makes these adjustments, they can still thrive and provide the competition wrestling fans crave. So, what do you think? Is AEW truly on the decline, or is this just a rough patch? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to JM Playground for more wrestling content. Until next time, keep the action alive.
You know it's all about the